Good evening, baseball fans. How you doing? Welcome back to Power Rankings, the first Power Rankings of 2023. We got a lot to talk about. Let's get to it. Baseball fans, how you doing? Hello. Who do we have here in the chat? Familiar faces as always. How you doing? We got Kevin in here. We got Ballin' with AC, all around Lacey, Hirsch for real. It's Kat. Nicholas, one of our moderators, is here. Hello. William Arroyo, how you doing, my friend? Michael Wheatley, Gunner Tournament, how you doing? Brandon Dillman, Sean Fakhar, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Jacob Law, how you doing? Robert's here. Hello, everyone. We got Colton Ashley here. We got Jacob Law. I think I said to him already. Josh, how you doing? Kyle Drury, Lynx is here. How you doing? Yeah, I'm reading the comments in the chat. My Bruins. I'm going to be honest with all of you. I know we're talking power rankings here, but let's talk hockey for just one quick second. I went to the Bruins-Panthers game. Around halfway through the season, like right before the All-Star break down here in Florida. And the Bruins lost that game. And I'm thinking to myself, man, this Panthers team, like this is one of those teams where they don't have a great record, but they're a bad matchup. That's kind of the feeling that I got. And when I saw that we were playing the Panthers in the first round, man, I was not too excited. I figured the Bruins would win the series, but I knew it would at least go 6 or 7. And what do you know? It's just kind of how it is, with the Bruins, the Celtics. They make it to the playoffs, and they just never really get the job done. I don't know. Whoa, we got a super chat coming in. How you doing? Conman752. This is a baseball channel, everyone. We're not talking hockey here, but I guess we got to talk hockey. He says here, the President's Trophy curse strikes again. The Bruins are the newest 3-1 meme. The Bruins, they've definitely had quite a few tough losses, man, like in the playoffs. I don't know, man. Also, the Yankees are in last place. Conman, we can be happy about something together, my friend. We can be happy about something together. My Red Sox, man. Hey, good series win this weekend. Chris Sale. It's that, the on and off Chris Sale this year. Hopefully he stays on for the rest of the year. He looked good today. We got a lot to talk about, everyone. Welcome back. This is Power Rankings. We have not done this yet at all this year. I usually like to wait about a month. So here we are, 1 month in. The reason I like to wait, every outlet out there likes to come out with their power rankings week 1, like MLB.com, The Athletic, all other channels out there. To me, I like to wait a month because I got to see how these teams are. I can't really judge these teams, 1 week in. I mean, honestly, it even might be a little too early now, to be completely honest with you, but I know you all want the power rankings, so here we are. But I think we have a good amount of information now to really get a good idea of what we're looking at. The month of May, a lot can change. So, we got the first month of April done. But let's just see how things go. We've already had quite a few surprises so far to kick off the season. And, we had a couple of surprises early on. We weren't really sure if they were going to maintain those surprises, but here we go. We got teams like the Pirates who are doing extremely well. The Rangers are doing very well. The Orioles are doing great. And then you got some other teams that have slumped very hard, like the Cardinals. The Yankees have not been looking very good lately. The Mariners have gotten off to a slow start. Even the Padres, their offense was very sluggish to start the year. I mean, look how bad the White Sox are doing. Hey, good win for the White Sox today, though. Could you imagine if the Chicago White Sox just completely scorch the earth in the month of May. They use this win as like a springboard, like a momentum springboard for the month of May. They win like 22 games in the month of May. I don't know. We've seen crazier things. But so let's get to it here, everyone. But before I do get started, if anyone is new to the channel, think about subscribing down below. I want to thank all the new subscribers that have joined the channel lately. We've been getting a lot of traffic here. I put up a couple of videos last night on the Chicago White Sox, as well as talking about some surprise teams, whether they were off to good starts or bad starts, and whether or not I thought they were for real. Go check out that video if you haven't already. And we got a lot of new subscribers as well from the Pirates video I did early in the week. So anyone that's new, welcome to the channel. Do really appreciate you coming along for the ride. Everyone, the like goal for tonight is 100. If you can hit the like button for me, that's all I ask out of all of you. If I can just get one push of that like button, that is all I ask for. If you can, hit the bell notification, share the stream as well. Let's try and get a packed house in here tonight. And we are sponsored here with Sorare Fantasy Baseball. Sorare has been awesome. And actually, everyone, my team did pretty good this week. It was my best week yet. We're going to go take a look at my team in just a little bit. We'll take a break about halfway through. But check out Sorare MLB. It's a great fantasy baseball game. You use digital cards that you collect and keep for yourself. Use the code in the description down below. It's completely free to get started. And don't forget, we are partners here with SeatGeek. Use my code Hyde. You get $20 off. And as well as BetOnline, your number one source for all your sports betting needs, whether that's Major League Baseball, basketball, hockey, obviously my Bruins. If you bet on the Bruins, or if you bet on the Panthers, I mean, you just won yourself a few bucks. But check out BetOnline. Use the code BLEAV, BLEAV, and you get a 50% welcome bonus. So let's get to it here, everyone. You all want the power rankings. You've been waiting for the power rankings. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get to it. I got the music ready. And apologies for technical difficulties. I started a little later. I really wanted to start at 9 o'clock, but I was having some issues with the old computer here, but I think we're good to go now. Hopefully, everything goes smooth. So, in case you are... One second here. Here we go. So, in case this is your first power rankings, this is how we do it. We go on Tier Maker. I have 6 different tiers, 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 11 through 15, 16 through 20, 21 through 25, 26 through 30. And I go from 30 all the way to number 1. Let's go ahead and get started. Coming in at number 30. Actually, you know what? You know what, everyone? You know what? I don't know. I'm not feeling the Tier Maker right now. I'm not feeling it. You know what? I got a different idea. You know what? We're going to do something a little different this time. Here we go. I got a new setup, everyone. Oh, man. We're trying to snazz things up on this channel a little bit. Let's get to it here. Coming in at number 30. Hopefully this goes well. Oh, my goodness. I feel like I'm going to mess something up here along the way. Ignore any mess-ups that I make, because I will probably make 1 or 2. But coming in at number 30, hopefully this works. We got the Oakland A's. I was going to go with the Chicago White Sox here, but the White Sox pulled off the win today. Oh, my. I was very close to going with the White Sox at number 30, but they pulled it out against the Rays there with the walk-off homer. So I'm going to stick with the Oakland A's at number 30. They have the worst record in Major League Baseball. Their offense is better than their pitching. Their pitching is absolutely atrocious. It's just not a good team. You all know this. I mean, it's just miserable in Oakland right now. Oakland fans, I got to give a lot of props to you. You know, the ones that are going to the games and sticking through, man, how many people were at the game? What was it, last night? Or a couple nights ago, I was watching the highlights, and it looked like there was like 2 people at that stadium. What the heck is going on? I will give a shout out though. To Brent Rooker. Man, this guy is having a really good year so far, hitting .333, a .451 on base, a .727 slugging, 8 homers, 20 RBIs. give it up for that guy. He is having a phenomenal start to the year. Coming in at number 29, we got the Chicago White Sox. Listen, I was doing my notes. I was ready to put down 11 straight losses for this team, and they just completely pulled it out like that. Oh, man. I did a video on them last night. Again, knowing my luck, every time I do a video on like a team, I swear, anytime I do like a more of a negative video about a team or even positive, they tend to just do the opposite in the next couple of weeks. It's like they see what I make, and then they say, all right, forget this guy. We're not going to listen to this guy. We're going to do the complete opposite of what he's talking about. So we'll have to see if the White Sox, I think they have a month to turn this around. I really do. I think if they don't turn this around in the month of May, they have to just obliterate everyone in the month of May. If they don't, even if they have like a 500 month, they go like a game or two over 500 for the month, they're going to have to sell. There's really no point, to hang on to, these guys like Lance Lynn, even a Lucas Giolito, who's going to be a free agent next year, even someone possibly like a Tim Anderson. Even though he does have a club option for next year, I think it's worth looking into seeing maybe what you could get for him, because he could bring back a pretty decent package. They had a lot of guys graduate to the major league level over the last few years, guys like Luis Robert. And so now their farm system is completely weak. But what's good about the White Sox is that they still have this young core in place. And if they go ahead and, ship off some of these guys that are entering free agency, possibly Tim Anderson, they could bring back a lot of prospects and give that farm system a bit of a refresh. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't think we should be jumping to conclusions just yet. I know it's easy to do it for the White Sox, especially with how bad they've looked. But I'm going to give it one more month. Who knows? Maybe they can pull off a miracle. But as for the White Sox, huge ninth inning today. 7 runs in the ninth inning. Andrew Vaughn with a walk-off 3-run shot. But there were a couple of stories this week with the Chicago White Sox, not just how badly they've been losing, but Luis Robert, he got benched yesterday. There was a lot of back and forth whether or not he was jogging or just not giving effort, or if he had hurt himself. And it looks like, or if he had something going on with something in the leg, and it looked like it was a hamstring. And manager was saying that he hadn't mentioned it to him. So I don't know. And I guess there was another story today that I saw a tweet that Luis Robert didn't know the name of the bench coach. I don't know what that's about. I don't know, man. Luis Robert, I'm just saying, man, I don't know. Sounds like the communication is not very good with Luis Robert. I don't know. We got to be talking to people here. We got to be communicating. But he was benched yesterday, so take it for what you will. And Lance Lynn, he did pitch well yesterday in that brutal loss. Like, he had a no-hitter going. He had 10 strikeouts in that game, and then the 7th inning came, and the Rays just absolutely exploded. But there was actually a story with Lance Lynn this week. Steve Stone, White Sox fans, you know who Steve Stone is. He said that Lance Lynn, he was kind of talking about how the pitch clock could be affecting his performance, and he was wondering if maybe the cardiovascular part of it was hindering him a bit. And he made a comment on, I forgot what radio station it was, saying that he needs to eat more salads. You know what? It's funny because when I heard that, what it reminded me of was 2011 with Josh Beckett. I remember Buster Olney. I remember watching this on ESPN. I remember Buster Olney was saying that Josh Beckett needed to eat. I can't even say it without a straight face. I remember he said Josh Beckett needs to eat a salad, and he said that on ESPN. I remember it killed me when he said that. But Beckett, that was the chicken and beer year, and everyone was kind of wondering, man, Beckett, it looks like he's putting on a little bit of weight. What's going on here? I remember his cheeks were just looking inflated one game. I'm thinking, man, what is going on with Josh Beckett? He's eating pretty good right now. But Lance Lynn, he's always been a bigger guy. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think he kind of has a point. And he put out an apology saying, his words were, insensitive, blah, blah. I'm like, no. Listen, Lance Lynn has been dealing with injuries in the last couple of years. He hasn't been pitching well in the first, few starts of the year. Yeah, listen, man, come on. You're a professional athlete. Listen, you got access to like all of the best kind of training that you could get, whether that's weight training or just whatever it is to help you get in shape. And you got people there that can help with nutrition and whatnot. Listen, he has a point. I'm sorry. If anyone got offended by that, I don't know, man. To me, if you're a pro athlete, there is no excuse. Even Lucas Giolito talked about it, saying how last season, he didn't like how he performed. And this offseason, he made it just a goal of his to get in better shape. He was hitting the weight room a lot. He was really working on his cardio a lot. And look how well Lucas Giolito is performing this year. I'm sorry. I love Lance Lynn. I love the big man. I think he's great. But when you are starting to have injuries pile up and your numbers are just looking horrendous, I think it's fair to maybe look at something like that. So, I don't know. Let me know, White Sox fans, what you think. Do you think Steve Stone was, right for saying that? Or do you think he should have apologized? I don't know. Now, we're hearing this about Lance Lynn. We've heard this about Alek Manoah. I don't know, man. Hey, these pitchers just like to eat, man. They like to eat. I like to eat, too. I don't know. What can you do? But the White Sox, I got them at number 29. Coming in at number 28, we got the Colorado Rockies. The Rockies stink. There is just no life with this team. There is just nothing. I didn't even know what really to talk about with the Rockies here. Chris Bryant is having a pretty good year. He's hitting .297 with a .379 on base. They did win today. They actually had a good win today. They won 12-4 against the Diamondbacks. They got pummeled last night, though. They've just, I don't know. There's nothing really great about this team. You got a couple of good pieces. I don't know. CJ Cron, he had a 3-run home run today. Austin Gomber, he pitched pretty well, 6 innings, 1 earned. But the 9-20, there's nothing really to talk about the Rockies. I don't know. There's no hope for them this year. We'll have to see maybe what kind of moves they make at the deadline. Who knows? Maybe they could have a good month of May. We'll have to wait and see. When it comes to the Rockies, the one thing with the Rockies is they always play well at home. So who knows? Maybe they could end up going on some kind of a run. Coming in at number 27, we got the Kansas City Royals. They have the second worst record in Major League Baseball right now. They lost 2 out of 3 to the Twins this past weekend. Brady Singer, he got rocked today against the Twins. He had a tough third inning. Kind of like the Rockies, there's not too much to talk about with the Royals. Aroldis Chapman, that is looking like a really smart signing for the Kansas City Royals. He has been fantastic so far this year. He's one of the best relievers in the game. He made some mechanical adjustments in the offseason. He's just looking like the old Aroldis Chapman. He looks like a guy that also just has a chip on his shoulder. Like a guy that really just wants to get back to what he was doing prior, to when he was with the Yankees. So I think Chapman is going to be a huge deadline piece, and that's really smart on the Royals. I love teams that do that. Look at what the Pirates did with Jose Quintana, and then you're bringing in a Johan Oviedo in that trade, and look how much Oviedo is producing for the Pirates this year. Bring in these free agents, turn them around in the first half of the year, trade them by the deadline, get a couple of decent pieces for them. Like Johan Oviedo for the Pirates. You can get a piece like that. I think for the Royals, that was just really smart of them to go after Chapman. I remember when he signed with the Royals, I'm thinking, what? The Royals? And I'm like, oh, wait, you know what? The Royals, they probably just want to try and get some prospects. So, hey, good for them. Vinny Pasquantino, his slash line is looking really strong. He's hitting .260, a .357 on base, a .480 slugging. He's got 5 homers. But other than that, not really too much with the Kansas City Royals. Coming up next, we have the Washington Nationals at number 26. They got wrecked by the Pirates today. My goodness, the Pirates or not today. Sorry, this weekend. They did win today. But the Nationals, it's a fun. I don't want to say it's a fun team, but they got some fun pieces on this team. And 2 pieces that I've been really paying attention to: Josiah Gray, Mackenzie Gore. These guys have been fantastic. They've been pitching really well. Josiah Gray coming into today, 5 starts, a 2.93 ERA, and he did really well today. He pitched 6 innings, only gave up a run, struck out 6. Josiah Gray, man, this was a guy who was a top prospect. I was really hoping the Red Sox could land him when they traded Mookie Betts to the Dodgers. That was a guy I was really hoping, but in the end, what can you do? Mackenzie Gore. He's been really good. 5 starts so far, ERA of 3.00. He's had 11 strikeouts per 9 so far. He's walking a lot of guys, over 5 walks per 9, so he's got to get the walks down. But Mackenzie Gore, Josiah Gray, that's looking like a pretty decent 1-2 punch. I'm just saying, the Nationals, they're not going to do much this year, but those 2 guys leading the rotation in the future, I'm just saying, looking pretty fun. Moving on to number 25, we got the Detroit Tigers. I want to point out one thing with the Tigers. They're not looking amazing so far this year, but the one thing I want to shout them out is they're playing good defense this year. They're 7th in defense on the year. Overall, in the last 10 games, though, they're 3-7. They lost 3 out of 4 to the Orioles. They did win 2 out of 3 against the Brewers this week, so props to the Tigers for that. One guy that's been looking good, an old friend, Eduardo Rodriguez, good old E-Rod. He's been looking really good. Man, he's been looking good for the Tigers this year. 6 starts, a 2.21 ERA. FIP is at a 3.72, which is pretty funny with Eduardo Rodriguez. It's always been the opposite. He always had a much lower FIP than the ERA, so now it's the other way around. He's not walking a lot of guys. He's under 2 walks per 9. Eduardo Rodriguez, he's been really solid, but other than that, not really too much going on with the Detroit Tigers. Coming in at number 24, how about the Cincinnati Reds? They've been looking pretty good lately. They won 5 straight games coming into today. And one guy, man, I got to point out Hunter Green. He has been absolutely fantastic. 6 starts, a 2.89 ERA, a 2.36 FIP, almost 13 strikeouts per 9. Hunter Green is looking like Roger Clemens out there. He's looking nasty, man. I mean, my goodness. One other guy, Nick Senzel, he's been really hot. Last 7 games, he's got 10 hits and 20 at-bats, 2 homers, 9 RBIs. The Reds, they got a lot of guys performing well right now. We're going to check back on the Reds next week. This is a team, they're looking like a pretty pesky team, and they've been playing pretty well lately, so they come in here at number 24. Let's talk about a team that is slumping right now. A pretty shocking start. I'm really not sure what the heck is going on with the St. Louis Cardinals. I mean, my goodness. Who would have thought the Cardinals at this point would be in the bottom 10? I mean, what the heck is going on here? They're 10-19. They just got swept by the Dodgers. What is going on with this team? I mean, their offense has been really good. Well, not lately, but they're 12th in WRC plus on the year, but they're only 19th in the last 7 games. So, I don't know. This Cardinals offense, they have been slumping. Paul Goldschmidt, he's been great. Gorman, Edman, they've been hitting well in this lineup. But Arenado, the bottom of the order have been slumping. We need a little bit more production out of Nolan Arenado. I think that's really going to help alleviate the woes that the lineup has been having lately. Jordan Walker was looking like a really good piece in the early going. This guy had a hit streak to start the year. And then next thing you know, he's in the minor leagues. So I think this offense is good. I like this offense with the Cardinals. I love this offense with the Cardinals, to be completely honest with you. But with the Cardinals, when it comes to the pitching, it has been middle of the pack. Actually, they were really struggling in the early going, but lately they've been more middle of the pack. But one thing, Cardinals fans, I want you to pay attention to is Sierra. Sierra is I've been using this number a bit in my last few videos, and I will continue to use Sierra. When it comes to Sierra, it's more of a projection-based number. It's looking at what a pitcher can control, like strikeouts, home runs allowed, walks, but it looks more into the batted ball profile, right? It looks more into ground balls, line drives, home runs, right? So I like Sierra. It's a good projection-based number, and it can give you a good idea of what a pitcher or a pitching staff could look like moving forward. They are 12th in Sierra. So I think Cardinals fans, I think you can rest well. I think they're going to be fine. I mean, they're off to a really tough start. But I think they're going to turn this around. I mean, it's a good offense. The bullpen has some really good pieces in it. I like the rotation. Hey, Jack Flaherty, he's sure there's been, I think, some starts where he's been really getting away with some stuff. I think the FIP is higher than his ERA, but he's getting the job done out there. So, this is a guy who hasn't really pitched all that much in the last couple of years. So you give him another month and maybe he can really settle in and he can start to, look even better. Jordan Montgomery's been getting it done. Miles Michaelis has been looking a little better lately. I know it's a tough start right now, but I feel like the month of May is going to be a good month for the Cardinals. I think they've gotten off to a slow start. This team is way too talented to be where they are right now. The projections look better for the Cardinals. The ex-WOBA looks good for the Cardinals offense as well. So I know it doesn't look great right now, but I think they will get a bit better. So I don't think a bit better. I think they're going to get a lot better. So they're at 23 right now. I think they're going to be much higher in the coming weeks. Coming in at number 22, I just saw this team over the weekend. The Cleveland Guardians. Hey, this Guardians team, I'm not really sure what to think of it right now. This offense is not very good this year so far. They're 25th in WRC+. So, I don't know. That's not very good. They're not very good with the ex-WOBA. I don't know. This Cardinals offense, J-Ram is awesome. Naylor's been hitting well. Josh Bell's been hitting a lot better lately. But they're not getting a lot of production from other guys in this lineup. So I'm a little worried about this lineup with the Guardians right now. However, I do like the pitching. They're 12th in FIP. So they're pitching much better than what the ERA says. Shane Bieber's been looking really good. Logan Allen, he's pitched well in his first 2 starts. He struck out 8 Red Sox today in 5 innings. He did get the loss today, but he pitched pretty well. Tanner Bibby, he pitched well in his debut against the Rockies this past week. They're just not seeing the results right now. Very similar to the Cardinals. The Guardians' record is better. But they're just not really we're not seeing that same team from last year. Remember, they got off to a really good start last year. We're not seeing that same energy with the Guardians so far. One thing that has been really good with the Guardians is they're first in base running. So they're running the bases really well. I think this Guardians team, I think you're going to see some improvements. They're not looking terrible, but they're not looking good either. They're kind of just in the middle, right? Not great with the offense. Pitching has been looking good. Bullpen, the bullpen actually is not looking as good as it was last year, but it's still a good bullpen. But hey, losing 2 out of 3 to my Red Sox, I'm pretty happy about that one. Here we go. Last spot in 30 through 21, we got the San Francisco Giants. And the Giants, they just had that series against the Padres this past weekend in Mexico. Can I just say something? Those balls had to be juiced. Those things were flying off the bat. We had how many home runs in that game yesterday? How many home runs were hit again? Was it like 15 or like 20 or 50? I don't know. How many home runs were? Oh my gosh, it was so many. I think it was actually like 11, right? I think it was like 11 home runs. That was nuts. You know what that game reminded me of? It reminded me of the Yankees and the Red Sox when they played in England. Remember how many home runs were being hit in that game? Like, the balls were flying off the bat. I'm just saying. I see a good comment here. Levi Coker, altitude plus the juice balls. Dude, everyone was smashing these balls. I definitely think they were juiced because they want to put on, Major League Baseball. They want to have a good show, for the city of Mexico. Or for the country of Mexico, sorry. But they wanted to, what city was it in? I can't remember what city it was in. But come on, they're going to be juicing the balls. It's kind of just, people like the home runs, So they like the offense. Ton of offense in that game yesterday. But the Giants did come up short in that one despite putting up a lot of runs themselves. They actually looked pretty good today until the Padres took over late in the game. Matt Carpenter coming up with a double to win the game there. And, hey, what can you do? But the funny thing with the Giants is their record doesn't look as good as their statistics. Their statistics actually look pretty good. And let me break this down. On the year, they're 10th in WRC+, and they were 5th in WRC+ coming into today over the last week. So the Giants have been hitting really well. Thairo Estrada, he's been having a really good year, hitting 350, a 398 on base, a 540 slugging. He's also got 8 stolen bases. Hey, Thairo Estrada, man, he's looking great. Jock Peterson's got a 351 on base, a 479 slugging. They're getting contributions from a lot of different guys. Mike Yastrzemski's been hitting decently. Michael Conforto, he's had a couple of home runs. He's not doing too much, but they're getting guys stepping up in this lineup for them. And another thing when it comes to the numbers, the pitching, they are 5th in Sierra so far. Alex Cobb has a 1.91 ERA, well, he had a 1.91 ERA coming into today. He went 5 innings, gave up 3. He's been really good. You know, Logan Webb, he's had a couple of outings. He hasn't looked amazing, but he's one of my favorite pitchers in the game. He's, I think, looking pretty solid so far for the most part. Desclafani has been looking pretty good too, a 2.70 ERA, a 3.60 FIP. They're playing good defense as well. That was one thing with the Giants last year, is that they weren't playing great defense, but this year they're 9th in defense. So I am seeing a super chat coming in. Simba Coon 2000 XD. As of now, do you see an O's versus Pirates World Series? Honestly, can we please get that? That'd be awesome. I would love that. Orioles and Pirates? Man, it's got like a throwback feel to it. I would love that. Please. I mean, if you were making me throw money down on the table, I'd probably say no. With the Orioles, I'll talk about the Orioles in a little bit, the Pirates as well. I just don't know if, I don't know. Who saw the Pirates doing what they're doing so far? No one. No one saw the Pirates doing this. The Orioles, I think you had people on the fence whether or not they could take a step forward this year, or if they, I don't think a lot of people saw them taking a step back, but I think people were either thinking the Orioles were going to kind of be around the same as last year, or they were going to take a bit of a step forward. And it looks like they have taken that step. To answer your question, probably not, but I would love that. I hope I'm wrong. Please, I hope I'm wrong on that. But as for the Giants, thank you for the super chat. Do appreciate that. But as for the Giants, you know, I don't know if they really have it, but the numbers are interesting with them. I think you should keep an eye on the San Francisco Giants. I think it's a team that could get hot, and they could surprise some people. I'm not sure how far they're going to go, but it is pretty interesting when you look at some of these more deeper numbers, because they are playing better than the record suggests. So, a tough loss for them today. Alrighty, here we go. Let's move on here. Let's move on. So, we have 30 through 21 complete. Everyone, before I do move on to 20 through 11, if you can, hit the like button for me. That will help get this stream out to more people out there. It really helps with the algorithm. I hate saying hit the like button, but it helps with the algorithm. We got almost 300 people in here. So, thank you for stopping by tonight. Really appreciate that. Here we go. Let's move on here to 20 through 11. Okay. Here we go. At number 20, we got the Seattle Mariners. Off to a slow start this year. 12-16 as of right now. But picked up a big win today. Cal Riley with a couple of home runs, had the winning home run in the 10th. Hey, you gotta like that. The Mariners, it looks like they're searching for the juice right now. Because here's another thing with the Mariners. Their record doesn't look as good as what the stats show. Similar to the Giants. They did lose 2 out of 3 to the Blue Jays and the Phillies this week, but they're looking better when you just look at the offensive numbers. When you're looking at their pitching is fantastic. The Mariners pitching right now is off the charts. The offense, though, not so much. They're 21st in WRC+, so the offense definitely has to get better. Jared Kelenic, it's kind of weird with this offense, because I think a lot of people saw this offense being really good and they're off to a slow start. But Jared Kelenic is just completely woken up. I mean, my goodness. Finally, Jared Kelenic doing his thing, man. Off to a great start. But everyone else really needs to get it going here. You know, J-Rod, he's got to pick it up a little bit. Teoscar Hernandez, he's got to pick it up a little bit. Eugenio Suarez, where's the power? We need more power from him. So I think this lineup, they're going to wake up eventually. I think they're just off to a bit of a slow start. But the pitching and the defense of the Mariners right now is off the charts. They are fantastic. They're 4th in FIP, and they're 3rd in defense. Fantastic. I love pitching and defense. The old saying goes, pitching and defense wins championships, right? Luis Castillo, George Kirby, those guys have been awesome. Man, Luis Castillo is off to a phenomenal start this year. George Kirby, he looks great. Logan Gilbert, Marco Gonzalez, they've been looking really solid so far to start the year. But tough news for the Mariners, losing Robbie Ray for the year. I think they're going to be able to pick it up. With him gone, I think they're going to be okay. Sure, you'd love to have a healthy Robbie Ray in your rotation. It's a loss, yeah, but I think they're going to be able to pick it up. You got guys down in the minors that could step in. You got talent when it comes to pitching there in that organization. So I think they're going to be able to make up for it. It is a bit of a blow, though, so I think they will be fine, especially with how they've been pitching. Because these numbers, Robbie Ray, I think he only had 1 start and he only went like 3 innings. So, all of these numbers are without him. So I think they're going to be okay. The bullpen is ranking really well. They're 3rd in Fangraph WAR. Matt Brash, he's a really interesting reliever. His ERA, if you pull up his ERA right now, it looks atrocious. You would think Matt Brash is he stinks. Like you would think he's awful because he has a 5.25 ERA. But his FIP is a 1.11. That is off the charts. Are you kidding me? Matt Brash has 24 strikeouts in 12 innings. That's nutty. That's insane. Paul Sewald, he's got 7 saves on the year. Gott in the bullpen has a 2.51 FIP. Bullpen looks good. Everyone's pitching well with this team. It's just the offense. The offense has got to get it going here. I think they're going to have a good month of May. So Mariners fans, I know it's probably, not the best month, the month you were looking for. I think they're going to be okay, though. I think they're going to be okay. So moving on. Now we got a bit of an opposite team here where the record, I might surprise some people with this one. I might surprise some people here. But a team that the record looks way better than their statistics, and that's the Marlins. I know I might be upsetting some people here. I might be, but I'm looking at these numbers with the Marlins, and they're not great. They're really not, but they are finding ways to win these games. They are 10-0 in 1-run games. When they lose, they lose pretty bad. But when they win these close games. Like they win by the skin of their teeth. But when they lose, they just get pummeled. I will say, though, the Marlins, when it comes to the numbers, they're just not good. Like 23rd in WRC+. Overall, with the pitching, when you look at the starting pitching and the bullpen, they're 19th in FIP. They're 14th in starting pitching. So the starting pitching is doing good. It's still middle of the pack. Like it's not an amazing rotation. They're just getting the job done. But the bullpen is not looking great. Overall, with the starting pitching and the relief pitching, they're 18th in Sierra. So projection, not great. So I don't know. I'm not really sure what to expect with the Marlins. I think the starting pitching is going to continue to be fine, but I'm a little worried about the bullpen, to be honest with you. And the offense, it just feels like Luis Arise is great. He is incredible. He is hitting 442 on the year. My God, like he's hitting 442. I'm like, you're kidding me? He's got a 510 on base. He's got a 558 slugging. What in the world? Luis Arise is, my goodness. I'm seeing people in the chat here. Rest in peace, Bruins. Chris Sampson, hey Robbie, are you a Bruins fan? A lot of Bruins people in here tonight, man. A lot of people coming here. I don't know what to say about my Bruins. I was just getting ready. I was keeping an eye on the game. I lost track. I was trying to get everything figured out with the power rankings tonight, and I don't know. I don't know what to say about the Bruins. They broke my heart when they lost to the Blues in the Stanley Cup back in 2018 or whatever, 2019. They just broke my heart, man. I don't know. Boston Bruins. I don't know. But I said this to my friends. I said this to my friends going into the playoffs. I knew it would be a tough series with the Panthers. I knew that because I saw them play the Panthers down here in Florida. It was a very tough game, right? The Panthers won in overtime. I had that weird feeling that I don't think the Panthers are going to really go on to do much, but I think they were just a bad mismatch. I don't really know much about hockey, but it was just a bad mismatch. So I don't know who's going to win the Stanley Cup now. I mean, I don't know. The Hurricanes, the Canes, they look pretty good this year. I don't know. Rest in peace, Bruins. But back to the Marlins here. Their offense, it's not great as a whole, but you got a couple of really good pieces. Luis Arraez, like I said, he's looking like freaking Ted Williams out here. My goodness. Jazz Chisholm, he's been hot lately. He's got 5 home runs and 11 stolen bases on the year. But, like I said, the pitching, the rotation is fine, but the bullpen worries me a little bit. AJ Puck has been good, but the bullpen as a whole, it's not exciting. So we'll have to see that maybe this Marlins team can be one of those teams that kind of defies the numbers a little bit, and what's really sticking out to me about this Marlins team is that they're 10-0 in one-run games. That's crazy. Man, like, you don't want to be playing this Marlins team in a close game because they just buckle down. Right now, I do have them at 19. I know that might be a little low for people. I'm mainly going off statistics right now. But, hey, if they keep finding ways to win these games, I'll move them up. Coming in at number 18, this team has been getting better lately, so I expect them to be moving up these power rankings, but I got the Padres at 18. They did just win both of these games in the Mexico series, but they did lose 2 out of 3 to the Cubs early in the week. Again, they had a good what am I trying to say? In the 8th inning, they had just a couple of guys stepping up. Cronenworth, Carpenter really came through for them. This offense, it was very, very abysmal before Tatis Jr. came back, but they've woken up a little bit. Ever since Tatis came back, they're 4th in WRC+. So, hey, I don't know. This lineup was good without him. And then, I don't know. It was almost like they were just waiting for the guy to come back. I don't know. So, Juan Soto, he's been a little slow to start things off this year. He did homer yesterday, though. Crazy game. I've mentioned that now a couple of times, but here were all the guys that had a home run in that game yesterday. Nelson Cruz, Juan Soto, Xander Bogaerts, Tatis Jr., and Machado had 2 home runs. My goodness. Speaking of Bogaerts has been awesome. He's tied for the Fangraph WAR, where he's tied for the lead in Fangraph WAR with Ronald Acuna Jr. Xander Bogaerts, he's been a great pickup for them, man. I wish the Red Sox could have guys like that. Darvish, he did pitch okay today. 6 innings, 4 earned. He did strike out 9. So a lot of strikeouts today, just, giving up a few runs there. Luckily, they came through for him in the end. Overall, the pitching is 22nd in FIP. So the pitching has to pick it up. Darvish and Snell have looked okay lately, but the rest of the rotation has not been very good. Musgrove, he's still kind of getting himself going a little bit. In the bullpen, Josh Hader, Martinez, they have been looking pretty good, but the rest of the bullpen has been a little underwhelming. But I think this Padres team, they're really going to get going here in the month of May. I think this Padres team, just off to a slow start. I think they're going to be fine. Machado, when he called out all the bandwagon Padres fans or whatever he said, he was just saying, hey, don't be surprised when our bats get going. So I think they're gonna continue to get hot, and I think this pitching is eventually going to stabilize, and I think they're going to be really good. But right now, I do have the Padres at 18. So at number 17, let's talk about my Red Sox. Good win this weekend. Good win today. I love when Chris Sale is just looking good, man. Tough series with the Orioles this week. The Orioles are once again that pesky team for the Red Sox. It's the kryptonite. They've always been a tough team for the Red Sox, like the Rays. Honestly, all these teams in the division are always tough, right? But the Orioles, there's just always something about this Orioles team. They give me nightmares. Go back to 2011, when the Orioles just broke our hearts and the Red Sox had that epic collapse. Man, Man, oh man. But, again, losing the series to the Orioles this week, but they won 2 out of 3 against the Guardians this weekend. Chris Sale, he looked really good today. 6 innings, 1 earned, 5 Ks. Again, he's up and down this year, but I think this is a guy, you got to remember with Chris Sale, he is someone that has not pitched a whole lot in the last few years. In my opinion with him, he's one of those guys because his mechanics are definitely different from other guys. Kind of like Cody Bellinger, right? I think Chris Sale and Cody Bellinger, they're very similar when it comes to how they operate, right? Bellinger has just that big swing. Chris Sale, he's like an elastic band out there. Yeah, they're different than the common mechanics, right? And when they get in slumps and when they don't have their mechanics right, they struggle, right? And they struggle bad. So I think Chris Sale, I still think he's finding his way a little bit, but he's working out there. And hey, good start today. They really needed it. They had the walk-off win yesterday. Alex Verdugo, this guy is crazy with the walk-offs. You got to love Alex Verdugo, man. He's really coming through, and he's really stepping up this year. Give it up for Alex Verdugo, man. He has been fantastic. Had a home run today. He's been great. I think the Red Sox really need to start working out an extension with him. Because he's going to be a free agent in a couple of years. So let's get this worked out. Connor Wong had a home run today. Hey, look at Alex Verdugo and Connor Wong doing things for the Red Sox. I'm just saying, could the Red Sox eventually win the Mookie Betts trade? No? Okay. But overall for the Red Sox, their offense is good. They have a good offense. They're 9th on the year in WRC+. The pitching is up and down. This Red Sox team, I said this in the video that I posted yesterday, they're a confusing team because when they're playing well, they're playing really well. But when they're playing bad, they're just such a frustrating team, right? So I don't know if this is going to be what the Red Sox are going to be for the rest of the year or if they're going to get hot at some point. There's signs where they look like they're going to go on a run and then they take a step back. So I'm not really sure what to think about this Red Sox team right now, but for now, I got them at number 17. At number 16, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought about putting the Red Sox ahead of this team, and you know what? I decided to hold off. Actually, really quick, before I do move on, I want to actually see. I did not see how the game went tonight with the Phillies and the Astros. Really quick. Where's the scoreboard? Who ended up winning this? Oh, the Astros ended up winning. Okay. So I did not check this game because I was getting ready for tonight, and I was getting all of this set up, so I couldn't really pay attention. Hey, look at Cody Clemens. He had a home run today. Look at that. Like, didn't he have a home run yesterday as well, or over the weekend with his dad? Roger Clemens in the stands. But, yeah, looks like the Astros, they had a few innings there. They got a run across. Jake Myers had a solo shot. Jose Abreu grounded in a double play. Hold on, everyone. I'm just checking out the Astros-Phillies game because I didn't see what happened. Maldonado had a double that made it 2-1. Yeah, Jake Myers had the home run. Cody Clemens homered. It was a close game all the way through. Kyle Tucker came through with an RBI. And that was pretty much it. Did Trey Turner do anything in this game? My goodness, I'll talk about Turner here. All right, he had a hit tonight. I guess that's something. Trey Turner, he's been really slumping lately. Anyway, getting back to this. Up next. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Well, I got the Phillies at 50. See, I told you I was going to make a mistake. I told you. At number 16, I got the Yankees. I thought about putting the Red Sox ahead of the Yankees. I really did. But I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to do it because the Yankees, they've been pretty good. They've just been struggling lately. I'm not going to make that jump yet. But the Yankees, they had a brutal series against the Rangers. They got shellacked today. They gave up 15 runs. Nestor Cortez got rocked. Nathan Eovaldi, though. Looking pretty good. Had the shutout yesterday. Man, oh man, I'll talk about the Rangers here shortly. But the Yankees, I'm going to keep them at 16. I'm gonna give them a shot here for this coming week to get it turned around. I think they definitely missed Aaron Judge this weekend. But that's what is like to me, with this Yankees lineup, it's like if you don't have Judge, this Yankee lineup is, in my opinion, pretty weak. And the numbers with their offense have not been looking good. They've been pretty bad. They're 28th in WRC plus over the last 7 games. They are not driving in runs. They're not getting the hits. They've looked bad. This offense is looking bad. They lost 2 out of 3 to the Twins as well this past week. The pitching, though, besides Nestor Cortez today, they have looked good. They have looked good, and that's even without Carlos Rodon, So they're 9th in FIP on the year. They're 4th in Sierra. So the Yankees pitching has been good. They just didn't have a good week this past week. Again, they didn't have Aaron Judge for the last couple of games. He's got something going on with the hip. He had an MRI, but it wasn't really showing anything all that much. I don't know. The Yankees, they just had a tough week. They've just been struggling. So for right now, I got them at number 16, and as you can see, I already got the Phillies at number 15. Again, losing tonight, but hey, it was a close game. Give them some credit there. They were battling. But they have been pretty good. They were off to a bit of a slow start. Then they started picking it up a little bit. They've been definitely playing better as of late. The WRC Plus ranks 11th on the year, so the offense has been doing pretty well, even without Bryce Harper. But Bryce Harper, it looks like he could be back really soon. They're thinking this week. Look out for Bryce Harper. Look out for him. Look out for him. I mean, man, when you get Harper back in this lineup with guys that are off to really good starts, Nick Castellanos, he is off to a great start this year. I was really hoping he was going to be okay this year. I was really hoping because, man, that contract last year, it was reminding me of J.D. Drew. Honestly, I mean, really, those contracts are looking pretty similar. When the Red Sox signed J.D. Drew, he was off to like a really bad start in that contract. That first year didn't look very good, but then he had that grand slam against the Indians in the playoffs, and everyone forgave him. But then that next year, he was looking good. Or the next couple of years, he was looking really good. So, yeah, it kind of reminded me of that contract a little bit. But Castellanos, he is off to a really good start this year. Brandon Marsh is looking really good. Man, he is hot. Hot. Alec Bohm, really good start to the year. Who would have thought? These 3 guys would be the guys that are carrying the lineup, while someone like Trey Turner, he got off to a good start, but he's slumping. He's 3 for his last 28. Or actually, no, he's 4 for his last 32. So he's slumping. He's got 10 strikeouts during that stretch. He's not looking good. So hopefully changing the month will be a remedy for him. As for the pitching, though, the pitching has been good. It's been very good. They're 10th in FIP. They're 3rd in Fangraph WAR when it comes to the starting pitching. Very good. Zach Wheeler, he's been great. 6 starts, a 3.86 ERA, 2.54 FIP, 11 strikeouts per 9. Zach Wheeler, I mean, the ERA doesn't look amazing when it comes to, or at least for Cy Young voting. If he's got that ERA by the end of the year, he's probably not going to get Cy Young votes. But the 2.54 FIP, that is a good sign. He's looking great. He's striking out a ton of guys. Aaron Nola, he got off to a bit of a bumpy start, but he's been turning it around over the last few starts. The Phillies, I just don't think they're fully clicking yet. They got kind of like the Astros, a bit of a World Series hangover. I think they're going to end up being okay. I think they're going to end up being all right. Coming up next, we got the New York Mets. They haven't been playing for the last couple of days. A lot of rain. There's been a lot of rain everywhere. What's been going on? They got rain just all over the country, or all over the East Coast right now. My goodness. They were rained out today. They were rained out yesterday. So there's going to be a doubleheader tomorrow. So that should be pretty fun. And that also means Max Scherzer, his suspension was extended. So, yeah, you were going to be seeing Max Scherzer back, but now you're going to have to wait a couple more days. They did play one game against the Braves that only went 5 innings. Anytime I see a game that's rained out after 5, I always think going back to, I think it was the year 2005. I went to the Red Sox-Orioles game at Camden Yards, and I remember David Wells pitched in that game. I remember we had outfield seats. That was pretty fun. But there was just so much rain. I remember during a rain delay, I went to the concourse, and there was a guy that was like doing the cartoon pictures when you sit on the when you sit on the little bench or whatever, they draw you or whatever. What's that called again? They make you like a cartoon character or whatever the heck it's called. I'll always remember that. So I went to a 5-inning rainout game where David Wells did not look very good. Who remembers David Wells on the Red Sox? Man, oh man. That was the replacement for Pedro Martinez. Good old boomer. But then they ended up, we went to the next game, and Bronson Arroyo pitched in that next game, and he did great. So, but anyway, the Braves, they won game 1, 5 innings on Friday. Matt Olson, he was looking awesome in that game. So 2 games tomorrow, Mets and the Braves. That should be a fun one. They lost 2 out of 3 to the Nationals this week. So kind of like the Yankees, they've been slumping lately. They have not been playing great baseball. 25th in WRC plus over the last 7 games. The pitching is fine. They're 13th in FIP. They're 9th in Sierra. So I think you're going to see this pitching. They're going to do some good things. I think they're going to be okay. And one good sign, Justin Verlander had a rehab start a couple days ago. 4 2/3 innings, 6 strikeouts, 0 earned. Justin Verlander will be back very soon. I'm not worried about this Mets team. The expected numbers look good with them. You know, sure, they're slumping a little bit lately, but I think they're going to be okay. Coming in at number 13, I got the Angels. You know, never really sure what to say about this Angels team. They won 3 out of 4 against the A's this past week, but then they lost 2 out of 3 to the Brewers. You know, they won today, so... You know, Mike Trout, he had a heck of a game yesterday, man. He went 3 for 4, had a couple of home runs, 5 RBIs. Shohei Ohtani had a 7th home run today. Brandon Drury has been really hot for the Angels, hitting .370 over the last 7 games with 4 homers and 12 RBIs. Brandon Drury, man, oh man. Hunter Renfroe, he's got a .529 slugging on the year. This Angels lineup is really good. They're 7th in WRC plus. This is a really good lineup with the Angels. Anthony Rendon is even showing some signs. I think this Angels lineup, man, it's for real. You know, hopefully no one gets hurt. You know, and it's just really good. You know, they've had these years where they've had good-looking lineups, but then they end up not really doing much. But this offense is good, so keep an eye out. The pitching, though. The pitching really struggling. 25th in FIP over the last 7 games. However, Suarez pitched really well today. He pitched well. 5 innings, 6 Ks. The bullpen is performing. They're 6th on the year in Fangraph WAR. Some of the projected numbers don't look great. The starting pitching, the projections don't look amazing. The relief pitching doesn't look great. So we're going to have to see if the Angels, can keep this up. I don't know. I'm not really sure about this Angels team. I never know what to say. I always know what to say. I'm always excited about this Angels team. And then they just break your heart somehow. And then they end up losing 14 straight games, and then your manager gets fired. So that's how it was last year. They were looking really good. They were like top 10 in offense, pitching, and then they lose 14 games in a row. So it's like, I don't know. But they're looking all right so far. However, they're lucky number 13 right now. So did I just jinx the Angels? Ugh. Man, oh man. At number 12, we got the Cubs. We got the Cubbies. The Cubs, they were off to a really good start this year, but they have been slumping lately. 7 out of their last 10 they've dropped. So they're going to have to turn this around here. But this past week, they did win 2 out of 3 against the Padres, but they got swept by the Marlins. I mean, come on. Cubbies, what are we doing? However, the offense has been really good this year. 3rd in WRC plus. Patrick Wisdom, Cody Bellinger, Nico Horner, they're off to fantastic starts this year. This offense is really fun. I like this lineup a lot with the Chicago Cubs, man. I'm pretty excited to see what Cody Bellinger ends up doing for the rest of the year. He looks like he's back. Man, I like this Cubs lineup a lot. When it comes to the pitching, they've been pretty solid. They're 8th in FIP. They're 10th in Sierra. Marcus Stroman, Justin Steele, Drew Smiley. They're off to pretty good starts. Jamison Tyone, he had a 1.93 ERA before going down with a strained groin. So, hey, I like this pitching. I feel like they're lacking like that game 1 guy for the playoffs. I don't really see Marcus Stroman as like a game 1 kind of a guy. I'd be fine with starting Stroman in like a game 2 or 3, but they need like a guy, like a bona fide top of the rotation guy, like a Garrett Cole for the Yankees. That's what they need, right? They're lacking that right now. But Justin Steele, he's looking really good for the Cubs so far. Bullpen is fine, 13th in Fangraph WAR. The Cubs, they're just not playing well lately. They were in my top 10 coming into the week. But after getting swept, they dropped down a couple of pegs. And coming in at number 11, before we do get to the top 10, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks. I had them in my top 10 as well. But lately, they have been dropping some games, and I'm not too high on some of their numbers. So let's break this down. So they won 2 out of 3 against the Rockies this week. And but then they won big yesterday, but then they got pounded today by the Rockies. So I don't know what the heck happened there. They did win 2 out of 3 against the Royals. With the starting pitching, I like the starting pitching a lot. Then they've been way better without Madison Bumgarner. Oh my goodness. Anytime that guy took the mound, it was an automatic loss. Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly. Zach Gallen is one of the top pitchers in the game right now. He's like top 3 guy right now in the league. He's looking like a legit Cy Young contender. Man, why didn't I go with Zach Gallen, man? Why did I not go with Zach Gallen? I thought about going with Zach Gallen as my Cy Young pick, and then I switched it up to Aaron Nola. Bad pick. But yeah, he's looking really good. Merrill Kelly's been looking good. Drake Jameson, that was a guy I was excited about. He was having problems with command. He ended up getting sent back down to the minor leagues. I feel like you're going to see him back up eventually. So look out for him. But overall, the pitching since Madison Bumgarner was DFA'd, they rank 7th in FIP. So, hey, the numbers show it. The offense, not great on the year, but the offense has been doing really well lately. 8th in WRC plus in the last 7. Corbin Carroll, day-to-day, had something going on with the knee. He left the game early yesterday. He was playing so well. He was hitting .309 with a .374 on base and a .536 slugging, a .144 WRC plus. Corbin Carroll, man, people were wondering, like, ooh, did you maybe give him an extension too soon? No way. Corbin Carroll was looking like he was looking legit. I mean, when you just saw what he was doing in the minor leagues, he was legit. That was very smart for the Diamondbacks to do what they did, giving him a big extension like that. Hopefully the knee is not going to be an issue with him. Perdomo, he's been hot for the Diamondbacks. Josh Rojas got off to a pretty decent start this year. Overall, the Diamondbacks, the offense hasn't been amazing as a whole. They've been doing better lately. So for now, I'm going to keep them at 11. I really want to see the offense keep clicking, and I want to see this pitching keep clicking. I'm also not too high on the bullpen as a whole. The bullpen has been a little iffy with the Diamondbacks, so let's just monitor that. But I did have them in my top 10, but when I looked at the numbers a little bit more, I decided to keep them out of the top 10, to be completely honest. And also, there was another team that I just couldn't put behind the Diamondbacks personally. So, and we'll get to that in just a second. But everyone, really quick, I do need to go over our sponsor for tonight, and that is Sorare MLB. I'm telling you, I've been having myself a pretty fun week, and I've just been having a good time playing this. So take a look here. Take a look. Now, I'm in 2 tournaments this week. I'm in the minors tournament, and I'm in the limited majors tournament. Basically, I have enough cards now to where I can compete in multiple tournaments now. I was not expecting to do well in this tournament. This is a much harder one, and you're not going to get as many players because you need certain cards to be able to play. Jake McCarthy, he also got sent down recently, so I had him playing, but he ended up getting sent down. So, however, in the minors right now, oh man, I'm doing really good. I'm in 2,151st place out of 25,700 people. Man, this is my best week yet. So stay tuned tomorrow. I'm going to be posting a short of the card that I get. I'm right now a tier 2. I'm projected for tier 2, which is going to be a pretty good card. So look out for the shorts tomorrow. But it's really easy to get started, everyone. I'm not going to waste too much of your time talking about this, but it's a really fun way to play fantasy baseball. I've been enjoying it, and I will never have a sponsor on this channel that I don't actually enjoy. So take my word for it. It's a fun way to play fantasy baseball. It's easy to get started. It's completely free. You just collect cards. So if you're into Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day, I'm telling you, I think you'll enjoy this a lot. There's always a thrill about, I remember when I played Pokemon, you open a pack of cards, you were hoping to get a good one, or Yu-Gi-Oh! I was really big on that. Buy some packs, hoping you pull a good card, and when you did pull a good card, your mind just exploded. So I'm hoping for a good one tomorrow when I get this one. But again, it's really easy to get started. It's completely free. Use the code in the description down below, and I think you're going to have a good time. Let's see if you can beat me in this tournament next week. So, all right, everyone, let's get back to it here. Here we go. Let's get to the top 10, and here we go. Here we go. All righty, top 10. Let's talk about the Milwaukee Brewers. Now, the Brewers, they have one of the better records right now. One of the better records in the game right now. But I'm going to be honest with you. I like the Brewers, but when it comes to the top teams, I'm not very high on them. I'm not. When I looked at the numbers, I'm not inspired, but when I saw these numbers. But however, they've been winning games, so I got to give them credit. They did win 2 out of 3 against the Angels this weekend, but then they lost 2 out of 3 to the Tigers earlier this week. They've been having some injuries as well, so I'm not very high on that. Overall, the offense is only 20th in WRC plus on the year. Only 20th. They've Adames, Tellez, Contreras. They've been doing pretty well, but the rest of the lineup needs to step it up a little bit more. When it comes to the pitching, they're 17th in FIP, and they're only 25th in Sierra. I mean, my goodness. I don't know. That is a bad projection for the pitching. I don't know. Wade Miley's actually been their best guy right now. Wade Miley. Who would have thought? Wade Miley, Red Sox legend, 2015 Red Sox. Man, oh man, good old Wade Miley. Corbin Burns, he did look pretty good against the Angels this weekend. Corbin Burns, there was a couple of starts there. One start against my Red Sox, he wasn't looking amazing to me. He was okay, but he wasn't I remember going into that game, I'm like, all right, cool. Corbin Burns, yeah, he's going up against my Red Sox, but it's Corbin Burns. He's always pretty fun to watch, but he just didn't look very crisp in that game. So he still, I feel like, has not hit his stride completely. So, hey, keep an eye out for him. The bullpen, though, the starting pitching is definitely better than the bullpen, but the bullpen, they're only 26th in Fangraph WAR. So, it's not a great bullpen. I'm not high on this Brewers team. I don't know am I just being a hater right now? Is that just me? I mean, I don't know. I see a good record, but the underlying numbers don't look amazing. I don't know. That might be just me. Who knows? What do I know? I'm just a potato that sits at my desk. At number 9, we got the Dodgers. They've been picking it up lately. They've been picking it up. Now, they did lose 2 out of 3 to the Pirates. But they got a good sweep of the Cardinals this weekend. Overall, guys are starting to pick it up with this Dodgers team. They're 13th in WRC plus on the year, but Max Muncy and James Outman are out of their mind. James Outman, listen to the slash line, hitting .290, a .371 on base, a .624 slugging, 7 homers. Man, oh man, James Outman. Max Muncy is tearing the cover off the ball. He's got a .697 slugging, a .418 on base. He's got 11 homers. Max Muncy, this guy's going off. But, Betts, Freeman, they're solid. There's some other guys in this lineup. They're not fully there yet. But I think this offense is going to be really good. So I'm not worried about them at all. 14th in FIP when it comes to the pitching, and 11th in the last 7 games. Noah Syndergaard, he pitched pretty well today. Can I just say this? Clayton Kershaw, could he be a Cy Young candidate this year? He is looking amazing. Clayton Kershaw, at some point, he's going to have something going on with his back. I know it. But through 6 starts right now, Clayton Kershaw, a 1.89 ERA, a 3.05 FIP. I mean, my goodness, Clayton Kershaw looking amazing. Good strikeout to walk ratio, 9.5 strikeouts per 9, under 2 walks per 9. He's looking good. Clayton Kershaw, man. They just got Tony Gonsolin back. Gavin Stone, it looks like he's going to be making his major league debut at some point this week. It looked like I think I saw Wednesday, or was it Thursday? I can't remember. But Gavin Stone coming up. Hey, I like what the Dodgers are doing right now. Sure, they lost 2 out of 3 to the Pirates, but no one could beat the Pirates right now, it seems. Well, except for the Nationals today. But, hey, I think this Dodgers team, I think a lot of people were very high on the Padres coming in. I was still, in my opinion, the Dodgers were the team to beat in that West. I know a lot of people, they wanted to go with the Padres. I like this Dodgers team. I think it's a very well-rounded team. Bullpen is fine. And the expected numbers look good with the Dodgers. So coming in at number 8, we got the Houston Astros coming off of a win tonight. The Astros looking good. And hey, they conquered the Rays this week. They won 2 out of 3. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So they did lose the first 2 games to the Phillies, but they won tonight. So, hey, at least they salvaged it. Good win tonight for them on Sunday Night Baseball. The offense of the Astros, it's not very good right now. It's not very good. 18th in WRC plus on the year. They got a couple of guys doing well. They got Alvarez, Tucker, Pena's doing pretty well. Dubon is filling in nicely for Jose Altuve. But I think when Jose Altuve comes back, I think this offense is going to be a lot better. So I think they're just waiting on him, right? This offense is not fully clicking yet. The pitching, though. Oof. The pitching. It's looking good. It's looking really good, everyone. Hunter Brown. Sure, Justin Verlander, he went to the Mets. But this pitching is looking really good. It's looking good. Besides Urquidy. Well, Urquidy did well. He did okay tonight, so give it up for him. Hunter Brown, 2.37 ERA and a 2.54 FIP. Hunter Brown is looking legit. I'm just saying. The bullpen has been really good. Just saying. They're 6th in FIP overall, and they're 2nd in Sierra. That was the one thing last year with the Astros that carried them. Amazing pitching, right? We saw it in the playoffs. I mean, how many times did they lose in the playoffs last year? They only lost twice, right? I can't remember. They swept the Yankees. Who'd they play in the first round again? I'm going blank. Who'd the Astros play in the first round? Oh my God, I can't remember who the Astros played in the first round. Help me out. Oh, the Mariners. That's right. The Mariners. Thank you. I was going so blank on that. But yeah, they didn't lose a game until the World Series. So, just saying. But you saw how good that pitching was, and they're doing the same exact thing. The offense is not fully clicking yet. This Astros team, sure, they're number 8 right now. They'll be top 5 eventually. So, at number 7, who would have thought? Who would have thought we'd see the day where the Baltimore Orioles would be ahead of the Houston Astros in the power rankings? Man, oh man, this team is looking really good. This team is looking good. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought about putting them a little higher. I don't know. I might upset some people with that. Con Man, where are you at? Where are you at in the chat? Where are you, Con Man? I know you're here. I got the Orioles at 7. I thought about going 6. I even thought about going number 5. The one thing that's holding me back with the Orioles right now is just the starting pitching. It's fine. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's fine, right? I'm liking other teams starting pitching a bit more than the Orioles right now. Oh, Jack Crick, come on. I get one that you don't like, and the whole power rankings is just terrible. Ugh. You can't win them all. But they're 8-2 in their last 10 games. They won 3 out of 4 against the Tigers, 2 out of 3 against my Red Sox. This offense is legit. 5th in WRC plus. However, the offense has been slumping. Not, I don't want to say slumping, but they haven't been as good as they were in the first few weeks of the season. They're 15th in the last 7. So they took a little step back, right? 5th on the year, 15th over the last 7. They're going to be fine. Cedric Mullins, he is incredible right now. He's looking like what he was looking like 2 years ago. Adley Rutschman, so good this year. Adley Rutschman, man. I would love for the Red Sox to have a catcher like him. I'd love that. I miss the days of Jason Varitek. Even Jason Varitek wasn't this good. I mean, my goodness. Varitek had a couple of good offensive seasons. He was never this good offensively. I love the switch-hitting Varitek, though, man. Man, good times. Jorge Mateo, Austin Hayes, they've been really good. Jorge Mateo, this guy's been great. Man, the bat last year, man, he was not good with the bat last year. This year, though, completely different story. He's been great. Like I said with the pitching, the starting pitching, it's fine, right? It's it's good. I like G-Rod, Grayson Rodriguez, Wells, Gibson. They've been pitching well lately. I just like some starting pitching a bit more with some other, at least right now, right? Just right now when I'm looking at the numbers. They're 13th in FIP. They're 9th in Sierra. So they got a good projection there, top 10 in the Sierra. So you got to like that. The bullpen, though, has been really good with the Orioles. Best bullpen in the major leagues right now. So, hey, give it up for the Orioles. At number 7. I thought about putting them up a little higher, but to me, I just like the Blue Jays a little bit better right now. I like this Blue Jays team. They won 2 out of 3 against the Mariners despite losing today. They swept the White Sox this week. Overall, they're 6 in WRC plus on the year. Varsho had the walk-off yesterday. Max Chapman has been insane. Vlad Jr. is just looking like Vlad Jr. He's just going crazy. Bo Bichette, he's looking fantastic. This offense is really good. I mean, we all know this, right? But they've been performing very well. This starting pitching, though, oh, man. Oof. It's really good. It's really good. They're 11th in FIP. They're 3rd in Sierra on the year. Kevin Gausman, this guy is on top of his game. Kevin Gausman, that was my Cy Young pick for the American League this year. He's looking really good. He's looking really good. Rakshit Dewan, 6 is good. Listen, if you're in the top 10, I'm gonna say this for everyone here. If you're in the top 10, you're in good company, right? It's hard to get into my top 10, man. If you're in top 10, you're winning, right? I'm just saying. Come on. Come on. Listen, it's okay. If you're starting at 6, I mean, that's a pretty good start, if you ask me. Gausman, he's been amazing. Barrios has been good. Kikuchi has been good. Love those guys. Well, I do not as a Red Sox fan, but they're very good. Jordan Romano, Swanson, Meza, they've been good in the bullpen. This Blue Jays team looks good, right? I'm just saying. They look really good. So I thought about putting them up a little higher than this. I really did. But I'll stick with number 6 for now. I'll tell you, if you want to talk starting pitching, right now, this Minnesota Twins starting pitching is off the charts. It is so good. Has anyone noticed how good the starting pitching is for the Minnesota Twins? It is fantastic. Oh my goodness. Pablo Lopez, Joe Ryan, Sonny Gray, they've been nuts. They've been really good. Ober, Maile, they've been solid. It's legit. I mean, I think you could say it's the best 1 through 5 in the game right now. Just saying. The Twins have been really good. They've been playing really well, too. They won 3 out of 4 against the Royals this week, 2 out of 3 against the Yankees. The offense has been hot. They're 2nd in WRC plus in the last 7 games. They rank well offensively for the entire year. Polanco, Buxton, Miranda, Kepler, Taylor, they've all been hitting well. This Twins team is looking really good. I'm just saying. The starting pitching, though, oof, it's really good. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how good the starting pitching is. Let's share the screen. For top 5 teams, I'm going to probably share the screen when it comes to all of these teams. Here we go. Why is my... There it is. Here we go. So for the Twins, I mean, look at this 1 through 5. So on Fangraphs, I love what they do. They put the power rankings thing here, right? I mean, look at all the Reds. Look at all the Reds. Overall, Lopez, Gray, and Ryan are in the top 20 right now. I'm just saying. It's really good. All of these guys are in the top 100. They're in the top 85. It's a really good 1 through 5. Really liking it. The Twins bullpen, it's been, it's got a few really good pieces. I like Duran. I love Lopez back there. Griffin Jax is solid. I like Thielbar as well. So I really like this Twins team a lot. And I'm just saying, I think this starting pitching is pretty legit. When it came to my pick for the AL Central, I saw this is kind of how I went about picking the Central this year. Everyone was going Twins, Guardians. My original pick for the AL Central was the Twins. I really like this Twins team coming in. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to go with a bold pick. I'm going to go with the team that no one is picking, and that was the White Sox. Yeah, I went with the White Sox to win the Central. I'm not good at predictions, but That was a pretty bad one. But the White Sox, yeah, I went with them because I'm like, hey, you know what? This team's talented. They've got good pieces. And yeah, I went with a really, really bad pick. I should have stuck with the Twins. But they're looking really good right now. So here we go. Moving on. Okay. Who do we got next? Yeah, this Twins team is really good. Top 5 for me. Coming in at number 4, I thought about putting this team a little higher than this. I'm going to pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. But I love the Pittsburgh Pirates right now. They're absolutely fantastic. What a team. It's just, they're so fun. They had a tough loss today against the Nationals, but they won both their series this week against the Nationals and the Dodgers. They're 4th in WRC plus on the year. Brian Reynolds has been very good. Jack Sawinski is going crazy. Jack Sawinski right now. Miguel Andujar. Hey, Miguel Andujar. Wait, a Miguel Andujar sighting today. Let's go look at some numbers. Jack Sawinski. Listen, we all want to talk about Brian Reynolds, right? He's like kind of the face of the team. But Jack Sawinski right now is on another level. I'm just saying. This guy's good. Look at what he's doing. Come on, numbers. Here we go. 21 games. He's hitting .297, a .413 on base, a .656 slugging, a .179 WRC plus. Jack Sawinski is awesome. Last year, just look at this, right? In 106 games last year, he had 38 RBIs. He's already at 18 through 21. So he's already closing in on that RBI total from last year. This guy is nuts. Remember, they got him back. In the Adam Frazier trade. And this was a guy who wasn't even in the top 30 when it came to the prospects. The Pirates did their homework, and they picked up a great piece. I remember, actually, someone retweeted this tweet of mine from 2 years ago. I forget who retweeted it, but it was from 2 years ago. And I made a comment about the Adam Frazier trade saying, wow, the Padres, they won that deal, right? Because when you looked at how good Frazier was doing, and the fact that they, only gave up a couple of pieces, and, Sawinski wasn't even ranked at the time. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, the Padres, they got a steal with Frazier, and then Frazier just ended up not really doing anything for the Padres. And look what you got here. You got a birthday gift in Jack Sawinski. He is one of my favorite players right now. He is fantastic. When it comes to the pitching, they're 7th in FIP. The pitching has been really solid. However, the projections don't look as good. They're 17th in Sierra. So that's one thing I want to kind of proceed with caution about with the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're pitching well right now. They're getting the job done. But I want to, proceed with caution a little bit moving forward. You never know with Rich Hill. The guy's not getting any younger. He's always dealing with some kind of health issues. But I do love, Contreras in there. I love Keller in there. I love Oviedo in there. I think it's a really good Pirates team. If you all watched my streams coming into this year, I said the Pirates look fun, right? I never, I'm not going to sit here and say I saw the Pirates doing what they're doing, but I said like a million times, the one word I could find to describe the Pirates coming into the year was fun, right? So I saw something with this Pirates team. I didn't see this, but I saw a team that could be decent, right? So I'm just saying. This Pirates team, they're clicking right now. And another thing I like about the Pirates is that they're really doing well. The base running is more of an aspect of the game now, right? They made the bases a little bigger, the pitch clock as well. Pitchers are having to move faster. So you're seeing a lot more aggressiveness on the bases, and I love that. Base running is a much bigger part of the game this year. I was just talking with my best friend Josh, and I was just saying to him yesterday, I was like, it feels like a different game this year. It feels, obviously it's quicker, right? Because, the pitch clock and everything, it's moving quicker. But the game itself just feels different, right? You're not just worrying about the long ball all the time. I think the game of baseball right now is so much better, and I think it's in so much of a better place. It's moving quicker. You're seeing more base running. I love that base running is just more important in the game, right? And you're seeing teams like the Pirates, who are a very fast team, and they're taking advantage of it. They're 8th in base running. They're 1st in speed. They have the fastest team in Major League Baseball right now. So when it comes to the defense, they're only 26 in defense, but they're 6th in defensive runs saved. So that just shows how fast this team is. I love this Pirates team. They're really good. Let's see how they do in the month of May. But honestly, when you look at their numbers, when you look at the projections, this Pirates team is for real. You know, we'll have to see what happens here in May, but it's a good-looking team. So, coming in at number 3, this team is off the charts right now. I love me the Texas Rangers right now. It's a really good team. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. At one point, I had the Twins at number 3. But you know what? With how the Rangers looked this weekend, wow. It's crazy. Like, this Rangers team, their bats are all over the place. They scored 15 today. Nathan Eovaldi had the shutout yesterday. I mean, man, like, they're just a really good-looking team. Now, they did lose Jacob deGrom. Now, that is, it looks like it's just it's inflammation in the elbow. They said it was more of a precautionary move. So let's just wait and see with deGrom. That scares the crap out of me. And if you're a Rangers fan, I'm hoping for you. I'm praying for you. Cross your fingers. Hopefully it's nothing. But other than that, the Rangers look really good. They're getting good pitching from other guys. Like I said, Eovaldi. You know, Heaney's been good this year. Perez is looking decent. It's a good rotation, right? Hopefully deGrom is going to be fine. But the offense, though, they are 2nd in WRC plus on the year. Marcus Semien is having just like an MVP kind of a year. He is just going off. And actually, I want to pull up his numbers here. Let's go take a look-see at the Texas Rangers. Man. You know, this is another team I said. You know, actually, I did a video on 5 teams that could shock the world. I wish I put the Pirates in there, but what can you do? But I did put some other teams in there that are doing really well. I had the Rangers in that list. And we all knew they were a good-looking team, but we weren't really sure how good they were going to be, right? A lot of people thought the Rangers, they could, you know, be an 80 to 85 win team. But to me, I think I was looking at this team. I'm like, you know what? This is a team that could win 90 games, you know, with the talent that they have. You know, because a lot of people thought, you know, deGrom, he's an injury risk. They had other injury risks on the team. There was a lot of upside with this Rangers team, but you just weren't sure. But Semien right now is having a legit year. Wow. He's going off. I mean, look at what this guy's doing. Come on, Fangraphs. Very slow Fangraphs. I don't know what's going on. But he's hitting 278, a 352 on base, 472 slugging, a 131 WRC plus, 23 RBIs, a few stolen bases. Right now, this guy's off to a great start. Man, and if he can get better than this, I think he could end up being an MVP candidate. Dude, he had a couple of games there. He was looking really good. How about Adolis Garcia? Remember this guy he went off in one game. He had 8 RBIs there. He went, what was it? He went 5 for 5 in that game. That was a week ago. He went 5 for 5 in that game with 3 homers, 2 doubles, 8 RBIs. Dude's got a 500 slugging, 7 home runs, 29 RBIs on the year. He's been really good. Grossman's been hot lately. You know, Young has been pretty decent this year. Nate Lowe has been really good. And you don't even have Corey Seager right now. Like, that's how crazy that is. Like, you have been having a really good offense, and you don't even have Corey Seager. So, look out. Like I said, the rotate. Nathan Eovaldi's been really good. He's been a great pickup for them. God, I wish the Red Sox could have a guy like Nathan Eovaldi. But yeah, Martin Perez, Andrew Heaney, they've been good. Gray's been fine. So, we'll have to see I'm not sure what the plan is. I'm not sure who's going to come up. I'm guessing they're just going to call someone up. If we take a look here, I'm guessing one of these guys will end up. Maybe Cole Winn could come up. How's Cole Winn been doing? Okay, he has not been doing very good. So, no Cole Winn. Could Zach Kent be a guy? Maybe Jake Latz? I'm guessing they'll call someone up. So, I'm guessing... Well, they do have Dane Dunning. So, that is a guy they have. So, but I'm guessing they would call another guy up here. I don't know. But either way, I digress. The Rangers are good. They're very good. And even the bullpen's been pretty good. Now, the one thing about the Rangers that does worry me a smidge, just a smidge, is they're 24th in defense. Now, we saw the Phillies last year, a very bad defense. Didn't end up mattering all that much. They played the good defense when they needed to in the playoffs. And the base running, they're only 23rd. So those are... I don't think they're as important as the offense and the pitching, but they're two little things to look out for the Rangers. Let's see if they can improve a bit on the bases. Again, only 23rd. I would like to see that be a bit better. The defense, if they can improve on that a little bit, hey, that'll just, only add to it. But I think the Rangers, they're going to be really good. I just like this Rangers team. They're hitting, they're pitching. Hopefully DeGrom is healthy. So here we go. Coming in at number 2, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought about being, bold. I thought about being bold, and I had a thought about putting this team number 1 because I really like this team, but I'm not going to do it. We got the Braves coming in at number 2. This Braves team is really good. I don't know what else to say. They're really good. They're really good. They won the first game against the Mets. They got a doubleheader tomorrow, like I mentioned earlier. They won 3 out of 4 against the Marlins this week. They're 8th in WRC plus on the year. They're 2nd in xWOBA, 3rd in base running. A very good offensive team. Ronald Acuna Jr. is going off this year. I mentioned earlier he's tied for the lead when it comes to Fangraph WAR. He is going off. Let's actually take a look at his numbers right now. Man. I've mentioned this a couple of times with Ronald Acuna Jr. He was my MVP pick a couple of years ago, and then his knee exploded, and my pick just went out the window. But look at what he's doing so far this year. He's hitting .352. He's got a .440 on base, a .546 slugging, 166 WRC plus. This is a man on a mission right now. Man on a mission. He is fantastic. Love me some Ronald Acuna Jr. But a lot of these other bats, they're going crazy right now. Matt Olson's been really good this year. Austin Riley's been really good. Ozzie Albies has been good. Sean Murphy has been good. And Michael Harris II, this is a guy that's actually been kind of slumping pretty hard. A bit of a sophomore slump going on right now. Well, he's been on the IL. But when he was playing, not great numbers overall. Eddie Rosario, he's been better lately. But overall, he's still getting there when it comes to the overall numbers. Either way, I like this lineup for the Braves. I really like it. But this pitching, oh my goodness. Spencer Strider. I should have gone with Spencer Strider as my Cy Young pick for the National League. Zach Gallen, I was kind of kicking myself not picking him. I should have just gone with Spencer Strider. This guy is nuts. He's been nuts. He's 4th overall in Fangraph WAR when it comes to starting pitchers. He is crazy. I'm going to pull up his numbers. Man, love Spencer Strider. Take a look here. So, is he going to pitch tomorrow? It says here, he won't face the Mets on Sunday. So, I'm guessing he would start one of the games tomorrow? No? I don't know. But, man, 5 starts, a 1.80 ERA, a 1.73 FIP. He's got almost 15 strikeouts per 9. He's looking like Jacob deGrom. We saw those comparisons last year, but when you look at the numbers, these are Jacob deGrom numbers. I mean, look at all the strikeouts. He's nuts. Through 30 innings, he has 49 strikeouts. That's crazy. Spencer Strider. Max Fried has been looking really good. Charlie Morton's been looking good. Bryce Elder's been looking good. This is a great rotation. The bullpen is deep. I really like this Atlanta Braves team. I really do. But we got to go number 1 with the Rays. I mean, the one thing with the Rays, No. I'll start positive, right? I'm not going to talk negative about the number one team. But when you look at the numbers, they're first in WRC plus, they're first in FIP, they're second in base running. The starting pitching is first overall. It's really good what they're doing right now. However, I want to point this out with the Rays. I'm not trying to rain on their parade. They need to start beating these good teams. When they've gone up against good teams, they have not fared very well, right? If we take a look here at the standings real quick. Again, not trying to rain on their parade here. Not trying to do it. But out of their 6 losses, 4 losses have come against teams over 500. The Blue Jays and the Astros. So I'm just saying, they are going up against weaker competition at the moment. It's going to be a big month of May for them. So pay attention to the Rays because they have very stiff competition. Taking a look at their schedule for the next month. You got the Pirates. Ooh, that's going to be a fun series. Fun series with the Pirates. I'm excited. Man, oh man, day off tomorrow, but you got the Pirates for 3. Should I go to a game? I would love to go see a Pirates game, man. I'd love that. Then you got the Yankees. Sure, the Yankees are struggling a little bit lately. It's still the Yankees, still a division rival. Then you got a good Orioles team. Then you got the Yankees again. Then you got the Mets. Then you got the Brewers. Then you got the Blue Jays for 4. Then you got the Dodgers. Then you got the Cubs. This is going to be, I think this month will really tell you what this Rays team is. Personal prediction, I'm bad at predictions, so this is probably going to end up working out for the Rays. I do think they're going to be around 500 for the month, personally. I think they're going to come back down to earth a little bit, but even if they are 500 for the month, they're still going to have a good record. So I'm just saying, this Rays team is good. One thing about this Rays team, I do also want to point out, the starting pitching has been really good, and eventually they will get Tyler Glasnow back. However, the Rays bullpen, they still have pretty decent numbers. They're not getting a lot of strikeouts. They're under 7 strikeouts per 9. However, they have a 2.46 ERA, which is really good. But take a look at the xFIP. It's a 4.73. I am not excited about that number, right? That's more of a projection number. So if we take a look at, actually, I don't know what their Sierra is. The bullpen right now with the Rays, the Sierra is 28th, a 4.44. So the bullpen is a little worrisome to me. I want to have you just remember that. That bullpen could end up having some trouble. They're getting away with it right now, but when they start playing better competition, I do want to see how the relief pitching does. Okay. So taking a look here, again, the starting pitching has been really good. So McClanahan, Eflin, Rasmussen, it's looking a little thin. They really need Tyler Glasnow to come back. But that, the thing is that they have these openers. They got these guys. I think Jeffrey Springs was a big loss because this is a guy, he was doing really well with the Rays. Not very good with my Red Sox, but he was solid for the Rays, and now he's gone for the year. So, this is a guy that could give you a good start each time. So, with Tyler Glasnow, I think he's going to be very important for this team. But it looks like he just had a rehab appearance this past weekend. He threw two innings in a bullpen session, and he looks like he's going to be making a rehab start this week for AAA. So it's going to be really, he's going to be huge. So, sure, they lost Springs, but if he comes back and he's pitching well, that's going to be massive for this Rays team. Again, not trying to hate on this team. I'm not hating on this team. I'm just being realistic here. I think there are some more projection-based numbers with this Rays team that that might not look great, right? So I personally think they are going to come back down to earth a little bit in the month of May, but what do I know? I'm not very good at predictions, so we'll have to just wait and see. I'm just looking at the numbers here. Overall, though, they're ranking extremely well when it comes to offense, pitching. They're on another level, but I do want to see how they do against some stiffer competition this month. We got a super chat coming in. SoundFX09, longtime supporter of the channel. Atlanta at number 2. I'm shocked. Despite choking Thursday against Miami, Braves are leading the NL East behind excellent pitching, great offense, and exceptional defense. Ozuna's time may be up, though. Oh, that's another part of the Braves I forgot to talk about. Ozuna, what the heck happened to this guy? Man, oh man. I hope that guy can get it together. He's had some stuff going on in the last couple of years, just life stuff. I hope that's not like something that's affecting him. But his numbers look pretty rough overall. But SoundFX, I really like this Braves team. They've been playing great baseball. I thought about putting them at number 1 because they've gone up overall when it comes to the standing. Or if you're taking a look at, let me pull up the standings here. Where did it go? The Braves have played more better teams than the Rays have. Actually, hold on a second. So right now, the Braves, they've gone up. They've had 15 games against teams over 500. They're 7-8, but hey, they've been winning more games against these teams than the Rays have. So either way, I'm excited for this next month, everyone. I really want to see how some of these teams turn out. I'm really excited to see what the Pirates do. I really want to see if the Rangers can keep this going. I want to see if the Rays can keep this going. Really, I do. If they can keep this going, we could be watching a pretty historic team this year. I'm excited to see what the Twins keep doing with their starting pitching. The Blue Jays look like a really solid team. The Orioles are just very good, very pesky as well. The Astros and the Dodgers, these are two teams that I think are about to get rolling. So look out for those teams. SoundFX, how you doing? Also, somehow we're better on the road than at home. 7-7 at home and 11-2. Oh, really? They're 11-2 on the road? I didn't even notice that. Wow, they are 11-2 on the road. That's crazy. Run differential looks great with the Braves too. I also want to point out with the Rangers, they have a plus 72 run differential. It's really good. Really good. But the Rays are leading at plus 103. So, all righty, everyone. That's it. Those are the power rankings for this week. I hope you all like the new look. We've been using Tier Maker here for the last few years, and I figured it was time to kind of snazz it up a little bit. And it seems like a lot of you were pretty happy with how the power rankings look. Just kind of going through it one more time here. Just reminding you how the power rankings went for this week. At 30, I had the A's, White Sox at 29, Rockies at 28, Royals at 27, Nationals at 26, Tigers at 25, Reds at 24, Cardinals at 23, Guardians at 22, Giants at 21. At number 20, I had the Mariners, followed with the Marlins, the Padres, the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Phillies, the Mets, Angels, Cubs, and the Diamondbacks. And rounding it out, in the top 10, I got the Brewers at 10, the Dodgers at 9, the Astros at 8, Orioles at 7, Blue Jays at 6, Twins at number 5, Pirates at number 4, Rangers at 3, Braves at 2, and the Rays at number 1. Rakshit Dewan, thank you so much. I'm glad you like the format, my friend. I'm glad. It seems like most of you like how this looks now. So I was a little afraid. I was actually wondering if anyone was gonna be like, no, you gotta stick with Tier Maker. But hey, I wanted to do something a little different, and I wanted to spice it up a little bit, make it look a little more professional, I guess, if that's the right word. But anyway, everyone, I'm out of here. If you can, on the way out, hit that like button for me. The goal was 100 tonight. We got to 139. If we can get to 200 likes, by the time we end up getting out of here, that'd be great. If you can hit that like button for me, at least 150. I think we can get to 150. Hit the bell notification as well. That way you know I go live every single week. We do these power rankings every Sunday night through the season, so make sure you stay tuned. And hitting the bell will help you out. It'll let you know when I go live. It'll also let you know when I post a video. Share the stream as well for those for the viewers that couldn't get here tonight. And if anyone is new, think about subscribing down below. Don't forget about our sponsor, Sorare MLB. Click the link down below in the description, and you can get started for free. It's a very fun game. I think you'll all enjoy it. Everyone, I'm out of here. Thank you for stopping by. Great turnout for the first power rankings of the year. We had over 300 people tonight. Really appreciate that, everyone. Everyone, have yourself a great week. Look out for videos this week. I'm going to try and post at least a couple, hopefully a few. And stay tuned, everyone. Have yourself a great night. Have yourself a good week. I will see you next Sunday. Also, don't forget, I will be going live probably Wednesday. I'm going to shoot for Wednesday. I like to do like a Q&A kind of a stream. I like to do, like hot takes, stuff like that. So be on the lookout for that stream this week as well. Have yourself a great night, everyone, and I'll talk to you next time.